bears strange fruit, blood on the leaf.
All right, y'all. Here we are. Let me stop that and back it up so we can get ready. So another request from Bongo and Kimmy, also known as Turd Ferguson. This is a reaction to Billie Holiday singing "Strange Fruit." It says Bongo says that "Strange Fruit" is a searing 1939 protest song made famous by Billie Holiday, written by Jewish schoolteacher Abel Maripol under the pseudonym Lewis Allen. The lyrics protest the lynchings of Black Americans. And so what I've got over here on Intel is "Strange Fruit," recorded by Billie Holiday, is widely considered one of the most powerful and historically significant protest songs in American history. It is a haunting, unflinching condemnation of the lynching of Black Americans in the Jim Crow South. So, well, I'll read this part maybe halfway between or after. So let's just get into it. That's what y'all came here for, was for a reaction. So let's do it.
Southern trees bear strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root. Black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees.
Ooh, listen to that. Did you all hear those words? Black bodies swinging in the breeze. She's alluding to the fact that they hung up a black person, more than likely the white people hung a black person up in the trees. And she's singing about how they're swinging in the trees and how that's strange fruit. I don't know why you would, associate fruit with something like that, but maybe that's why I'm not an entertainer or songwriter, is because of those analogies. I mean, one thing I can't believe this was allowed to even air, in 1939 because of everybody who ran the radio stations or anything like that. They were white. I don't know that maybe this didn't get any airtime. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's very, very powerful. And what did it say? Well, it began as a poem in 1930 by that person, that Jewish school teacher, and he was a civil rights, or she, I don't know, and civil rights activist from the Bronx who published under the pen name Lewis Allen. So let's get back to it.
Pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, sweet and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather to set, for the sun to rat, for the tree to drop. Here's a strange and bitter
Wow. Wow. So the guy who wrote this was driven to write the poem originally titled Bitter Fruit after seeing a horrific photograph of the 1930 lynching of two black men, Thomas Shipp and Abram Smith, in Indiana. Maripol eventually set his own poem to music. The song was brought to Holiday's attention by Barney Johnson, the founder of Cafe Society in Greenwich Village there in New York, and it was the first fully integrated nightclub. So remember I said I can't believe it got any airplay. Well, here's funny. I should have said that, right? It says when Holiday approached her primary label, which was Columbia Records, to record Strange Fruit, they refused. The label feared backlash and boycotts from Southern record retailers and radio stations. She was determined to get it on vinyl, and Holiday was granted a one session release from her contract to record it with Commodore Records, a small independent jazz label run by Milt Gabler. The gamble paid off. It became the biggest selling record of Holiday's career and a foundational piece of the civil rights movement. In 1999, Time magazine named Strange Fruit the song of the century. Very, very, very interesting. Now, what people don't understand is I live in the South. I'm from Southeast Oklahoma and from Texas. There's nothing south of Texas other than Mexico or the Gulf. Uh, so there's no further south, is what I'm trying to say. Geographically, Florida goes south, further south towards the equator to the Caribbean, but Indiana is not. We don't consider Indiana be the South. We consider them to be North. So I don't know. I don't understand why the guy out of the Bronx was drawn to this. This photograph of these two this unfortunate incident, criminal incident, murderous incident, and wanted to use that brush to paint it as being the South when that wasn't the South. That's in Indiana. Y'all look on the map between Dallas, Texas, and Indiana, and see if you're going up on the map or you're going down on the map. um, I think it's a powerful song. I think music can lead to social change, or at least a social awareness, and for her to have the cojones to publish that, knowing that you know it was before the civil rights movement, and she probably would have been a target. She did it anyway. I think that's very, very brave of her, and says a lot about her legacy. All right, so that's going to do it for me. Interesting lyrics to that too, y'all. Uh, I didn't even know it existed, much less it being the song of the century for 1900s. Pretty 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 interesting. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for me. Till I see y'all again, I'll catch you down the road. Bye, y'all.
I keep laying it on the line, one ride at a time.